Time is scarce, beginning exercise is intimidating, and right now living a healthy lifestyle isn't practical. It's not that you don't value your health. Societal barriers are preventing you from reaching your health and fitness goals. Our in-home personal trainers and health coaches are here to make health and fitness more accessible, especially in lieu of the pre-existing disparities exaggerated by the COVID-19 pandemic. We will show up in person or on your screen to support you as you defy the odds. Good morning, you wonderful humans. We are back at it again with day 53 of the Connected Community Health Support free virtual exercise live stream. I hope you're excited for a great workout today. We have, again, 8 exercises, switching it up a little bit, prepared for a completely aerobic workout. Good morning, Blake. Music Man 523, shout out in the chat. So we're going to start off with the Happy Face Candles joke of the day. She had to dip today, but she brought in a wonderful joke. Anyway, it's kind of a deep cut. Why is the heart the strongest muscle in the body? Because it's always pumping iron. Now, you might think that that's like actually pumping iron, but there's iron in your blood that carries oxygen. So it's like pumping iron around the body. I appreciated that joke. That was a good one. Good stuff per usual. So what is this? This is the free virtual exercise live stream. My name is Seth Spicer, and this is the exercise live stream that will always be free and always require no equipment, such that anybody can do exercise from anywhere, removing as many barriers as possible to health and fitness. We'll provide a little tidbit at the end to keep your lifestyle as healthy and easy as possible to complement these workouts. I'll also provide a quote of the day for a little bit of motivation on the way. We do these 4 times a week right now: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 7:30 a.m., noon, 5:30 p.m., and 7:30 a.m. again throughout that week. If you don't want to watch them live, if this is too early for you, I completely understand. I am tired too. Feel free to go online and check us out at YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live, and you can watch all of our videos from day one. Again, we're doing this to make health and fitness more accessible. Some people don't feel comfortable in a gym. Some people can't get to the gym. Some people can't afford the gym, right? So we're here trying to make it a little bit easier for everybody. All right, I do this with Jacob Carroll, Adam Fox. Find us on any social media platform. Check us out at connectedchs.com for more resources and health and fitness information. Like I said, stick around to the end. We have our wonderful tidbit today. It's about sleep, a thing you can use to hack your sleep and make it a little bit easier to go to sleep and to wake up from sleep. It helped me this morning when I was feeling groggy. I woke right up because I did this and made a point to do this today. And with that, I think we're about ready to get down to the workout itself. We're going to do a quick 3-minute warm-up, full body. Then we're going to go into our total body aerobic workout. That's going to consist of 8 exercises for 3 sets, 45 seconds of work to 45 seconds of rest. All right. So without further ado, I'll start the timer for the warm-up, and we'll get started with that. I'm going to go full screen. I might go full screen. All right, there we go. So we're going to start in our warm-up with our ankles and work our way to our head. Per usual, just some nice and simple ankle circles, like so. Other direction. This doesn't take too much, right? You can do this anywhere, anytime. Other leg. Per usual, make sure you consult a physician before beginning any exercise program. That said, we've made this as adjustable and individualizable as possible so that anybody should be able to have a safe and effective aerobic workout. Take the ankles, roll them side to side. You don't have to go all dancey on me. You can just, get a little movement going. All right, good. Let's work our way up to our hips. We're just going to do some hacky sack skips. Bring the inside of your ankle, right ankle up, outside of your right ankle, up to your hand. And repeat that for about 7 reps on each side. That's just a great way to get the hips warmed up. Start to really bring the knee up too. You get good at it. Switch sides. I'm using my left leg now. Hacky sack might be a little bit of an outdated reference, but I assume anybody on here right now is over 18. So you might know what a hacky sack is. If you don't, yikes. That's bad news for me. All right, there we go. We're going to do some leg swings each side, just forward and back. If you need to hold on to something to keep your balance, that means you're normal. You see my balance skills, though, are just... So anyway, swings forward and back. And then, of course, turn and go across the body for about 7 reps with the leg swings. All right, switch sides. We're going to go to the left leg. We're almost done with the hips. Forward and back. I hope anybody watching has had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. Did a med school secondary applications all weekend. And got a hike in, though, so that was exciting. We love some good outdoor physical activity. That's all with the hips. Let's move up to our shoulders. Good old-fashioned shoulder circles. Ready, begin, on your own. Keep going. Make sure you remove all obstacles and hazards such as fans from your space before you begin. I did not. If you hear any cracking, popping, anything like that inside your body, so long as it's not painful, that's usually okay. All right. A couple across the body. Bear hugs for yourself to really get your shoulders capped off. And we'll move on to our T-spine rotations. T-spine rotation is keeping your hips facing forward while rotating your upper body. All right, I like to do that with my hands facing forward. You're going to breathe in, breathe out, and reach your left hand to your left, looking towards the back wall. Breathe in, breathe out, and repeat that towards the back wall. Breathe in, repeat that 5 to 7 times. 5 to 7 times on each side. Once you get the hang of it, you can speed it up a little bit. Again, another tool in your tool belt. If you want to do this on the floor, you absolutely may. Another great way to get the T-spine rotation in. 4-point position. Reach under with the right. Reach to the sky with the right. Reach under with the left. Reach to the sky with the left. All right. And this is one that I should probably do more if I can only get to here. You should be able to get all the way up to the sky with it. We've all got our weaknesses. And that's good with the T-spine rotation. Let's go to our neck circles. Nice and slow. Just do 7 to 10 each side. Some people have a nice and loosey-goosey neck. Blake, I don't know about you, but I hold my tension right up in my neck. Yours is probably relaxed from singing. Go ahead and switch sides, and we'll get started shortly with the workout. All right, keep going with that. Grab your water if you have it. I don't know why my water's always in a coffee cup. I mean, just is, so. Shoulders are just like, no, I got you. Yeah, for some reason, especially my neck, is just, ooh. Well, that's good. That's good. Mine's not the same. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up our week 18 routine, bada boom, because we are ready to go with our warm-up. I'm going to try something today where I do the quote of the day before the workout. So I'm going to throw that up right now. The quote of the day, quote of the week, really, is setting a goal is not the main thing. It is deciding how you will go about achieving that goal and staying with that plan. That's from Tom Landry, a former Dallas Cowboys football coach. I'm a Bills fan, but I'll take it. Setting a goal is not the main thing. It's deciding how you will go about achieving it and staying with that plan. I like that quote a lot. That's a good one. Really, it really hones into some key stuff right there. So, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to achieve the plan that we set about at the beginning with our workout today. going back to full screen. Our routine is down on the floor below. And I'm going to move this up a little bit. Per usual, we're starting off with some floor touches. This time, of course, you can always go bilateral. But this time, if you're going single leg, I'm going to ask that you try to put your back foot onto a surface like so against the wall. It's just something to make it a little more interesting, make it a little more fun if you ever get sick of the single leg work. So your back foot's going right here, and then we're going to try and go through the single leg deadlift. We're going to start that exercise. It's going to last for 45 seconds, starting in 10 seconds. There we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Already starting. Single leg deadlift, back leg touching a couch like so. It can be a wall, it can be a chair, or you can keep it on the floor behind you for stability. Really, whatever feels best for you. Blake, glad you're here this morning. Glad to see you exercise and support. Always feels good. Alternating each side to make sure that we don't have to switch halfway through. 3, 2, 1. In time with exercise number 1. That variation, for some reason, really got my upper leg underbutt area. Wow, that's going to be a long workout for me today. All right. Next up, as you can see, we have our routine right down here on the bottom. Ooh, ah. The alternating row. Starts with the forearms on the thighs. You're going to reach and row. Reach and row. And we're just going to be doing that, alternating, focusing on reaching to the floor and pulling up. We're going to be starting that exercise in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin, reach, row, reach, row. Focusing, touching the floor, pulling back. Like you're starting a lawnmower. Now, if you don't feel comfortable in this bent over position, you can, of course, keep one arm down and do doubles. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. And we're just trying to pull this arm such that our elbow is really coming up as far behind us as we can go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. That's going to work our post delts right there. Why is that important? It's not. Just know it's part of our full body routine. You can bike, and that'll hit your legs pretty good, and that's great for your heart. Don't get me wrong. But we also care about our muscles, our full body little muscles. Want to make sure that we're getting all around big and strong. Anyway. Yes, I embarrassed myself for your entertainment. All right, get used to it. Next up, we have a pull to press, and that's going to look like this. Pull the sword out of the sheath, point it to the sky. You're going to do that on one side for 20 seconds, starting right now. Right arm, grab the sword, point it to the sky. Push down, pull, point it to the sky. Sheath the sword, pull the sword, point it to the sky. It's like a dance move. And if you want to go a little faster, you may. But we're going to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switch, left arm, unsheath the sword, pull it across the body, point it to the sky. Sheath it, point it to the side. And it's just like an 80s dance move. It's actually an upper body flexion extension pattern. I can't tell you if it's D1 or D2. I think it's a D1, but don't quote me on that. Time with that exercise. Next up, we have, that was our upper body. We had 2 upper body exercises, and that was our shoulders. You see, it was fun. Next up, we have our knee to elbow, What that really means is this is kind of a dance move. You're probably going to like this. You're on your right leg. You take your left heel, place it forward, as far forward as you can get it. Touch it back, and then pull it to your opposite elbow. All right? Forward, back, opposite elbow. Forward, back, opposite elbow. Just like that, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Left heel forward, left heel back, touch it to the elbow. Left heel forward, left toe back, touch it to the right elbow. Repeat that. Touch. Forward, back, touch. Forward, back, touch. After this, we're gonna switch. Last one, switch sides. Right heel forward. Left heel back, right toes back, touch to the left elbow. Forward, back, elbow. Repeat that on this side. Forward, back, touch. Forward, back, touch. One more. Forward, back, touch. And time with that exercise. It's kind of like a dance move. I'm not the most danciest person out there, but I can at least try to have some fun with that one. Next up, exercise number 5, we have our squats. If my humor is painful, let me know. Squats can be to any depth. Bilateral today, that's just both legs in normal words. You can go to any depth that you feel comfortable. Again, with your toes aligned, your knees aligned directly over your toes. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. I'm going to be slightly off-centered, just so I can show you that my knees always go over my toes on each side. And I don't mean over as in past my toes. I mean over as in line with my toes. And that's why my feet are slightly pointed out, because my hips are also a little wide. Everything is nice and stacked and loaded. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. That was to get the heart rate up, just like a good bike session will. And I'll pretend not to be out of breath. Fantastic. Next up, after the squats, we have our push-ups. They can be done on the floor, from your knees, from a door or stable surface, like so, or of course, from my good old friend, Mr. Gaucho here. Gaucho's a Groucho because he starts to squeak when I've been doing them lately. I'm going to do these on the couch with y'all today, and then next set I'll move down. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Push-ups for 45 seconds. Keep your lower back pulled away. Pull your belly button into your spine like you're stuck in your belly. And that will keep your low back safe as you do the push-ups. Keep cranking them out. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. With that exercise, that's good for our triceps, our pec major in our chest, and our anterior delt on our shoulders. Getting you the big show muscles. And it's just good for your health. Next up, after our push-ups, we have alternating snow angels, and that can be prone or the bent over position. The bent over position is, of course, here, elbows on the thighs, and that will be alternating snow angels like so. Or it can be prone on the floor, doing the same thing. I'll demonstrate that one. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Here we are, alternating. Right arm back, left arm back for 45 seconds. Try and reach all the way out in front. It's hard for me because of my shoulder range of motion, which is why I put my head down, because it makes it easier. Keep working, and time with that exercise. Oof. Next up, we have a bear crawl or a tall door plank. And it's going to be a single arm variation today. I can be on the door, up on your toes, pulling one arm up to the sky, and then switching halfway through. You could probably do that on the couch as well, or you can do that with me from the bear crawl position. That's on your hands and knees. Go there if you can now, or find the door. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready? Knees up off the ground, and lift your left arm. If you need to, you can tap it. I'm going to try to hold it right here near my chest for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch arms if you're on the floor or on the door. Again, tap it if you need. I'm just going to hold it at my chest. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time with that exercise. Bada boom, bada bing. That's the end of set number 1 already. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good work. Grab yourself some water. We have about 45 seconds before we begin set number 2. And set number 2 is always the one where you need to bring the energy a little bit, because set number 2 is kind of dreary, you know. Set number 3, you're almost done. Set number 1, you're just getting started. Set number 2, oh. All right, from the top, we have floor touches again to start. Those can be 2 legs, those can be 1 leg, whatever feels best for you. We're starting in 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. I'm going to use my back couch here now. Let you understand what's going on. Per usual, exercise is better with a friend. So if you are doing this alone in your home, feel free to call up a friend and say, hey, friend, you want to do this with me? You want to talk trash about Seth once he's done? I don't care what you say about me so long as you get your exercise in. All right, you hear me? I mean that. 3, 2, 1, time with that exercise. That one felt a little bit better. We're going to bring the energy on set number 2. Next up, we have the alternating rows. Those are in the bent over position. We'll start with those in 30 seconds. I'm going to mentally prepare for them. Feeling big and strong. We're ready to go. 20 seconds left. Make sure after you are done here today, you get yourself a nice, healthy breakfast. I might recommend a little bit of Greek yogurt for myself. 3/4 of a cup is only 90 calories. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Reach, row, switch. Reach, row, switch. Keep on going with the reaches and the rows. I'm going to get a little closer. Oh man. All right. I'm sorry to hear that. That is the absolute worst. I said that I was going to start including a stretch of the day. So I'm going to do that. And today we can include a stretch for the lower back. How about that, huh? Keep on rowing. Sorry you don't feel well. I always advise rest as well. So no worries. Glad you're here in spirit. Time with the rowing exercise. Stay tuned for the tidbits at the end regarding sleep and the stretch of the day, which will be for your low back, left and right sides equivalently. That's your quadratus lumborum. Starts in your L4, L5, and starts down into the sides here. Whenever you have a tight back, that's usually what you're feeling, especially if you have a hard time breathing. Hard time breathing, don't worry about it. There's proper breathing patterns. All you need to know is that your low back can kind of compensate for poor breathing, especially if you're like me and you have tight upper chest, neck's tight, your rib cage is all elevated. Probably don't know what that means. Don't worry about it. Just know it's a compensation pattern when you get all stressed out in your breathing. The next exercise is our sword pulls. That's our pull to press. Starting the right hand, ready, begin. Reach to the left pocket, pointing up to the right sky. It's like a disco move. It's a PNF flexion extension pattern. We're going to switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. Left arm to the left sky, left arm to the right hip. Here we are. If you have music at home, now's the time to turn on your Rocky collab. 3, 2, 1, time with that exercise. Beautiful. Per usual, follow us on all of our social medias. We have TikToks, Instagram videos, Instagram, just normal pictures. We have Twitter with motivational quotes sometimes. And we have our website with our blog information that covers a whole host of our 7 pillars. Feel free to check that out anytime. It's always free information, at least. The support, well, the man-hour thing, gets in the way. But feel free to check out our information. We would love it. We're doing anything we can to make health and fitness more accessible on our social medias as well. Next exercise, we have that cool little dance guy with the elbow to the knee. We're going to start that together. Starting with the standing on the right foot, moving the left foot, ready, set, begin. Left heel forward, left heel back, touch the right elbow. Forward, back, elbow, down. Forward, back, elbow, down. Forward, back, elbow, down. Keep on repeating. Keep on repeating. And switch sides, standing in the left leg, right heel forward, right toes back, touch the left elbow, forward, back, left, forward, back, left elbow, forward, back, left, forward, back, left elbow. Keep that going, keep that going. Reach as far forward, reach as far back as you can each time, and time with that cool little dance move of knee to elbows. Whew. Next up, we have our squat pattern. What are all the major patterns that we hit? Squat, hinge, horizontal press, horizontal pull, vertical press, vertical pull, and a little bit of core in there too. It's important that we hit our full body. Squats starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Whatever depth feels best for you. I'm touching the elbows to the knees with this one. Gotta say, it feels pretty good. Kind of keeps me even. Keep on working. Go to a depth that feels great for you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time with that exercise. Done with the squats. Moving on to the push-ups. Find your friend Doro. It's the male version of Dora. You can find Caucho. It's a male version of Caucho. I don't know. Next up, you can do it from the push-ups from the door, from the couch. I'll do them from the floor today. 45 seconds for 3 sets is a long time to crank out as many push-ups as you can, which is why we're gauging the intensity at the door, on the couch, or on the floor to what's best for you. Again, making health and fitness adjustable, accessible, and more practical. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. This is just a few folk out there doing push-ups together. It's pretty casual. If you're a bodybuilder, you're going to do these to fill out your chest a little more. Maybe get a different tricep exercise in there. Keep the core tight. Push-ups can be a core exercise too. If you go all the way, extend it out. Keep pushing your object away from you. 3, 2, 1, and time with the push-ups. Feeling good, feeling swole today with push-ups. We love a good push-up. A lot of times people will dip on the push-up, but I don't know why, because I embrace the push-up at least, right? If you just tell yourself that they're not terrible, eventually they won't be terrible. Am I right, folks? Anyway, after the push-up, we have our alternating snow angels. If you're just joining me, thank you. Welcome. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe, all of our social media channels or whatever platform you are on today. We are on set 2, exercise 7. Whew, get out of breath. Exercise 7 of our free virtual aerobic exercise program. It's a CCHS. Alternating snow angels. I'm going from the bent over position this time, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Hands out in front, right arm to the back, right arm to the front, left arm to the back, left arm to the front. It's like you're doing a snow angel, but on the front side, an upside down snow angel, if you will. Again, you can do these one at a time if you want. Switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch. Or you can do both arms out in front at the same time. 3, 2, 1, time with that exercise. And that's going to be another thing that gets to work our back muscles, trying to keep everything pulled back as we are resisting gravity in the horizontal plane. Lastly, we have our bear crawl, single arm variation. That can be on the floor or on a door. I'll show the door variation first. Up on your toes, pushing into the door like you're going to do a push-up. And then you just alternate your arms like you're doing shoulder touches. If you want to just hold it for half the time, you absolutely may. Or you can join me on the floor. Go ahead and find the floor. Or we can alternate from the 4-point position. All right, going up to our toes, starting 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. And now alternate the hands like so. If you want to just hold one up, you absolutely may. If you've been holding it, now's your time to switch sides. Trying to keep the shoulders flat as you switch arms. The knees should only be a couple inches off the ground, meaning your back is flat, like mine. Keep on working. And time with that exercise. Woo! If you're getting to a point where you can't hold a conversation like I am currently doing, that means that you're working too hard. Too hard? Yes, too hard, because what we are looking for is aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise means that we are using oxygen and burning fat primarily as a substrate. Why do you care? Well, don't worry. You've got 25 seconds to almost 30 before we start again, so you can listen to my spiel. So the reason that's important is because when you are able to hold a conversation, you know that you're primarily burning fat as a substrate. And that's what this is about. Burning belly fat, right? Not working so hard that you're burning primarily carbohydrates, because the harder you work, the more carbs you burn, and then making it unsustainable for yourself, right? So we don't want that. We're going to stick in our fat burn range, starting from the top in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exercise number 1, single leg deadlift. Switch sides. We're alternating. This is the 3rd set. After this, we are done. After this, we get a nice, gentle cool down. We get to hear my tidbit of the day, my life hack regarding sleep. You're going to want to hear this one. It's the single most effective thing that I've done to change my sleep in my entire life. I'm not just hyping that up. That's the truth. 3, 2, 1. Time with that exercise. Moving on to exercise number 2, we have our alternating rows. Feels good. Feels good, man. Feel free to give us a share on any social media platform. Once we're done with this exercise, write yourself a little note. Say, hey, man, tell Tammy that this would be a fantastic exercise that we could do together. Because, again, sustaining change is often about incorporating the people in the environments around you. If you're just doing it yourself, I'm pretty awesome, I know, but that can only get you so far. Maybe 12, 18 weeks before you fall off. So grab a friend, please do it with them. Tell people who might enjoy this about it. Alternating rows, starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Floor, row, switch, floor, row, row. I'm going to be just doing a single arm alternating because I feel comfortable in this position. It's like you're trying to start a lawnmower, starting by reaching to the floor. And if you hold them up high, you can really start to feel it in your back. Keep your chest up nice and tall, undoing the effect of sitting all day on your posture. 3, 2, 1, and time. Why is good posture important? Well, many reasons. The shortest one, I will say, is not because you want to look like a robot when you walk around, but because when you are nice and tall, it opens up occluded arteries, allows more oxygen to get to your brain, and allows you to get in more full breaths like so. Nice open chest. If you do come tall and take a deep breath, and you feel it stretching your chest, that's how you know that you might need to open up your chest a little more and work on your posture just a wee little bit. All right. Next up, we have our pull to press. These are our sword pulls, starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Right arm to the left hip, up to the sky. Go ahead and repeat with those. We're almost done with the workout. Stay with me. I know the 45 minutes really starts to get you, really starts to drag on. Switch sides to the sky, left arm, right hip, left sky. Repeat like you're pulling a sword from the sheath. Pull, press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time with that exercise right there. We love a little desorting, de-shielding. Next up, we have our knee to elbow. We have a little dance, have a little jig. Make sure you drink water. It's good for the soul. Again, a little dance, a little jig. Set 3 gets hard. No, yeah, I'm gonna comment on that after this little dance session. All right. Standing on the right leg. We're going left foot forward, back to the elbow. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. left foot forward, back, elbow, down, forward, back, elbow, down, forward, back, elbow, down. Reach as far away from you as you can get to really feel kind of groovy when you go through this. Switch sides in 3, 2, 1, switch. Standing on the left leg, right foot forward, right foot back, right knee to left elbow, down, forward, back, up, down. Reach. Why are my legs on fire? If you want to just do it standing, you absolutely may with minimal reach time with that exercise. This is week 18, day 53 of exercise. What does that mean? That means that we started day 1 18 weeks ago. And if you are struggling with today, I understand because I am feeling pretty freaking tired myself. So feel free, not just you, Blake, but anybody who's watching this now going through. If you'd like a reset, we start on day 1, week 1, with only 30 minutes of exercise, 20 seconds of work, 40 seconds of rest for 3 sets. All right. This program is progressive, so that by the time you get to this point, you shouldn't be as out of breath as I currently am right now. It's okay if you are, if you're just hopping in. That's cool too. I always love any sort of exercise. You don't have to go for all 3 sets if you can't manage. I won't force you to. Next up, we have our squats. Ready, set, begin. Squatting together, we've already started. Yeah, really 2 sets of 45, 45 is the perfect amount. If you haven't been following along with this, I won't judge you. And as always, moderate the intensity such that you can sustain it for the full time. Because if you can't, you're probably going too hard. I know, Blake, you like to really work. So probably push yourself pretty hard in the first 2. Time with the squat exercise. Whew. I'm not sweating. I'm not tired right now. No, I'm fine. All right. So next up, we have exercise number 6, the push-up. Go from the wall, the couch, the floor. Again, the closer to the floor you get, the harder it becomes. I'm going to try the last set from my knees. I'm going to be able to sustain moderate intensity the entire time. Heart rate below 140. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin with the push-up. And you want to go through the full range of motion the entire time. Pick an intensity. You can go to an easier intensity if you want. I'll show a quick switch to the couch here in a few seconds. Pick an intensity you can maintain for the entire time. Quick switch to the couch. Just so that I can maintain the full range of motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're done with push-ups for the day. Whew. All right, you guys got the rest of it. I'm going to chill here. All right. Obviously, I'm kidding. Next up, next exercise we have only 2 exercises left. We have alternating snow angels and then the bear crawl hold. Stay with me here. You almost get the good stuff at the end. The life hack, the tidbit. Alternating snow angels. You can go from prone on your belly or the bent over position. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin. Snow angels alternating each side. For an easier version, keep both hands in the back and then bring them overhead. Or you can go completely. You can do another variation if this position is uncomfortable with a forearm on the knee. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. Trying to keep the elbow above the plane of the head the entire time. And time with that exercise. Deep breathing. Make sure you're breathing through your nose as well. Your heart rate is really beginning to get elevated. Last exercise from the wall. Tall plank on the wall, up on your toes. It's impossible to see when I'm wearing all black. You can do alternating shoulder touches or a one-arm hold that switches after half time. Or you can join me on the floor as I do a bear crawl hold, where the knee is up off the ground and you do the alternating touches. We're starting the last exercise in 3, 2, 1. Ready? Begin. Up, inch off the ground. If you just want to hold that, that's okay. That's okay. Left arm, right shoulder. Do alternating shoulder taps if you got it in you. Bend over positions, getting uncomfy in the hammies. Fantastic. I will address that for future exercises. You can, of course, lay on your belly in the prone position or do the single arm support because I know my low back and hammies start to feel it too. Keep going with this exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're done with that workout. We're done with that exercise. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go ahead and stand up if you aren't already standing. Yeah, Blake, I agree. Once you're here for long enough, with the hands off the knees, I start to feel it right here in my low back and really in my hammies. I recommend taking a forearm, putting it on the knee, because you can pretty much hold this position like you're sitting on a toilet all day, and then do one arm variations at a time for sure. A lot of people have that experience, so no worries. Or we can go from our belly on the floor. Fantastic. Cool down time. Breathe through your nose if you can. Shake out the arms with me as we breathe. On this next breath, try and exhale all of your breath and breathe in through your nose. Ready? Exhale everything. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out. We're going to do that a few times. We're going to practice it again. Switch the other directions with the arms. I'm just doing circles like a reverse jump rope. Self-hug. Ready? Breathe all of your air out. 1, 2, 3. Through your nose, breathe in. And slowly exhale. All right, let's shake out the legs a little bit. Just do some hacky sack skips. Nothing crazy. Keep breathing through your nose. We're going to touch on the sleep hack here in just a couple seconds. Switch legs, just a nice little shake out. Relax your chest. Relax your belly. And make sure you're breathing nice and relaxed. Shake the arms if you need to. Gentle leg kicks. Just some gentle leg kicks. Same thing on the other side. Keep breathing through your nose. If you want, you can put your hands on your side. Try and, when you breathe in, expand your hands outwards instead of just forward and back. Think about breathing into your sides. And that should be a nice alteration. Breathing through the nose activates your parasympathetic nervous system, getting you ready to rest, digest, and go about your day in a less stressful manner than many of us usually do. So I see there's still a few of us hanging around. It's now the time that I promised, the time that we've all been waiting for. Time for Seth's special life hack regarding sleep. The pillar of the week is actually sleep. So we love each week to go through and give you a tidbit about stuff that can really help you. So this week we'll be talking about sleep. We'll start by giving you some tips you can try throughout the week. And as we proceed, we'll talk about why sleep is so important. But first, I know a lot of us really don't sleep well. So you say, Seth, please help. How do I sleep better? Well, the trick has to do with light. Light? Yes, light is a primary influencer of your sleep. This is because as light enters your eye and passes through your optic chiasm on the way to your brain, it stimulates your suprachiasmatic nucleus. Don't worry, these are just nerve cells in your hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a portion of your brain. Don't worry about it. That act as regulators of your circadian rhythm, aka your internal clock. This is what wakes you up on time, even when your alarm doesn't go off. So when suprachiasmatic nerve cells are activated by the light, they say, cortisol time. And cortisol, as you might be familiar from your 8th grade bio class, is the stress hormone. That's what we all think about. It's like when we say mitochondria, everybody goes, powerhouse of the cell, right? So when you see light, your brain says cortisol time. And that hormone actually goes and activates to wake you up. So then when the suprachiasmatic nucleus senses light passing through your optic chiasm, it does that. When it senses darkness, the absence of light, it hollers to your pineal gland and says, hey man, it's time for some natural melatonin release. Now, when we're exposed to blue light at night, we don't get that natural release of melatonin from our pineal gland. And that is why some people take melatonin. In fact, if your circadian rhythms are naturally messed up, melatonin might be a great way to jumpstart that. Fun fact. Dosage 2.5 to 5 milligrams. It's just enough to trigger a sequence of signals that allow you to initiate sleep. So don't worry about that too much. So using this information, we can recommend the use of timed lights to actually brighten up a room to wake up on a schedule. I do this and it works just as well as daylight coming in through a window to wake me up. On the flip side, to fall asleep early, you should remove the light from your eyes about 45 minutes before bed, especially blue light. Now, there's a setting on your phone. If you've never seen it before, you can click, hold, and it will turn your phone more yellow, right? It's the blue light button. I'm sure most of us know about it. If not, Google it. It's very effective in helping you get to sleep earlier. I just saw a study on it. I'll post it in the notes once I find it or on the blog. If I'm feeling addicted to my rectangle as well, that's my smartphone, you can plug it in across the room as you are getting into bed. That also forces you to wake up and get out of bed to turn it off. So I highly recommend that as well. All right. Last thing. So yeah, 45 minutes before bed, no light. Try the automatic timing lights. Those will turn on a schedule without you having to turn on the lights in the morning. Really help to get you up out of bed. Continue to think about how light can influence your wake and sleep schedule. Blue light glasses are good if you're in a place with lots of screens. Absolutely. We actually had a fad at my old workplace, Blake, where a whole bunch of people had the blue light glasses, not even for sleep, but just because they would strain their eyes as well, just from staring at screens all day too. So yeah, blue light glasses are awesome. They really are awesome in that regard, especially if you're in a place with a lot of screens getting into the night. Love it. Great recommendation. That's right along with everything that I just said to appreciate that. Always love some good engagement in the chat. So that's everything. That is day 53. Week 18. My name is Seth Spicer. That was our 7:30 a.m. workout. Tune in tomorrow, Tuesday, for day 54 on week 18 at noon. All right, maybe it's on your lunch break. Feel free to hop in for a quick 45-minute workout where you can really start to enjoy your exercise and get more tidbits from our man, Jacob Carroll. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at connectedchs30@gmail.com. That is connectedchs30@gmail.com. And as always, check us out down here at connectedchs.com or through any of our social medias, YouTube, Twitch, etc., to find our replays from day 1 to present. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm going to do one quick stretch because I said there's going to be a stretch at the end too. So if you want to scoot and you don't want to stick around for the stretch, feel free to say adios. I understand, but this is a way to stretch out your lower back. I almost forgot stretch of the day for your low back. What you're going to do, take your right foot, pull it up to your hip like so. So both feet start sitting on your butt, feet facing out in front of you. Pull your right foot up to your hip. Take your left hand, reach down and grab your left leg. Now, if you already feel the stretch in your right low back, good. If not, lean forward and lean away from the tucked leg. All right, if you want to take the right hand, reach it towards your left foot. That should exacerbate the stretch. I'll walk through that same stretch again. Right foot, pull up to your hip. Hands reach down to your left leg. Grab the ankle if you need, and lean to your left. Head down, lean to the left. That should stretch out your right low back. And you're going to want to hold that for about 30 seconds. That wasn't 30 seconds, but we'll say it was. Switch sides. Left heel comes in towards your hips. Both hands grab your right foot or ankle. Lean forward, lean to the right. And that is how you stretch out your low back, if that is what your low back needs on each side. There you go. We've had our quote of the week. We've had our stretch of the day. We've had our tidbit of the day to help you through live a more healthy lifestyle, preventing lifestyle diseases. You'd be amazed at the statistics that we will cover some other time, but really you can boil a frog to death nice and slow, but if you drop it into hot water, it will jump right out. Translation, don't let lifestyle changes slowly creep up on you until you're 50 and realize there's no going back. I will try it, although I can't bend my right knee. Surgery? Let me know. Hit me up about that, Dad, and we can talk about why the right knee can't bend it. I hope it was a surgery. So, all right, y'all, have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow or see you next Monday. Thank you so much. Seth Spicer from CCHS signing out.